Part 6. The Confession. The room was quiet when Fidelia entered, her steps slow and uncertain. The only sound was the faint humming of the ceiling fan. Inspector Michael was seated beside Pastor Cyprus, his face calm but watchful. "Madam Fidelia," the inspector said, gesturing toward a chair, "please sit. There are things we need to discuss." Fidelia hesitated, her eyes flicking from her husband to the inspector. Then she sat, folding her hands on her lap, trembling. Michael leaned forward slightly. "I'll go straight to the point. We've had enough rumors, enough half-truths. It's time for the truth. Whatever you say here stays in this room. Speak freely." Fidelia's eyes glistened with tears. For a long moment, she said nothing. Then, like a dam breaking, her words came out in sobs. "Yes, I had something to do with the tricycle rider," she whispered. "It wasn't love. It wasn't madness, it was desperation." Pastor Cyprus's face tightened, but he didn't interrupt. "I wanted a child, Cyprus," she cried. "I couldn't bear to see the women in church mock me, to hear the whispers behind my back. Every prayer, every vigil, every fast, nothing worked. I felt cursed, empty, forgotten. He told me he knew a herbalist who could help. That's how it started." Silence filled the room like smoke. Pastor Cyprus closed his eyes, his jaw clenched. "Fidelia," he said softly, "so you betrayed me because of childlessness?" She nodded, crying harder. "I didn't mean to. I was drowning, and I reached for the wrong hand." He stood, pacing slowly, his eyes dark with pain. "You should have told me. You should have trusted God with me." "I was afraid," she whispered. "You already looked at me like I was a failure." Pastor Cyprus stopped pacing. His shoulders fell, and he turned toward her. "Then listen to me now," he said, his voice trembling but steady. "Don't torment yourself anymore. What's done is done. But there's something I must also confess." Fidelia lifted her head slowly, confused. The inspector shifted slightly in his seat, watching the pastor closely. Cyprus took a deep breath. "Long before I married you, I made a mistake too. I walked away from a woman who bore my children twins. I left her because I was young, proud, and afraid of what people would say. I buried that part of my life, and I've lived with the guilt ever since." The words stunned the room. Even Inspector Michael's brows lifted slightly. "I want to make things right," Cyprus continued. "I'll look for her Evelyn. I'll ask her forgiveness. I'll pay whatever I owe her. And I'll take responsibility for my children. They deserve to know their father." For a moment, silence reigned. Then Fidelia rose slowly from her chair. Her tears had dried. Her eyes were sharp now, burning with a strange fire. "You will not do such a thing," she said coldly. Cyprus blinked. "What do you mean?" She stepped closer, her voice shaking but fierce. "If you ever bring those children here, children I did not give birth to, I swear by everything I have left in me, I will kill them. I will poison them. I will strangle them. I will." "Fidelia," the pastor gasped. "I mean it," she cried, her voice echoing off the walls. "You think I can live watching you love another woman's children while I have none of my own? No, Cyprus, no." Inspector Michael stood, his tone firm but calm. "Madam, control yourself." But Fidelia was trembling, her anger spilling into fear and heartbreak. "I'd rather die than see that day come," she said, her voice cracking. Pastor Cyprus stared at her, the woman he once adored, now shattered by pain so deep it had turned into rage. He sank slowly into his chair, whispering almost to himself, "Lord, what seed have we sown that has grown into this?" The inspector exhaled, gathering his files quietly. The air in the room was heavy, no one daring to speak again. And as Fidelia turned away, the first drops of rain began to fall against the window, soft, slow, and sorrowful. "Over by dead bodies," she repeated. To be continued in part 7. But if you were in Fidelia's shoes, will you accept the children?